Hi, welcome back. Now we're going to start step 2, which is constructing 3 altitudes of the triangle. Now an altitude is a segment that comes out of the angle, comes straight down, and it makes a right angle. So it doesn't go to the midpoint of the segment, it just comes from the vertex straight down and makes a 90-degree angle. And again, your pictures are going to start getting really messy, so just be aware, and you have to go slow, and we'll make it through, I promise. All right. Now, what we're going to do is, I don't know, I call this a smiley face. I just give things silly names so I can refer to it. Now, you're going to have to open up your compass more than the length. So what I'm saying is, like, this is not opened up enough because it doesn't touch this opposite segment. So I'm going to open it up more than the length of what the altitude would be, and then I'm going to draw an arc. Now this arc has to intersect in 2 places. Now your intersections do not have to be the same as mine, but you need 2 distinct intersections. So mine's going to intersect here, and follow it along, it's going to intersect here. Okay, now if you like to change your compass setting, you can, but then you need to leave it at the same setting. I'm going to go from my first intersection point and make a little arc back here. Keep the same setting, go to your other intersection point, and they should cross. If they don't cross, then maybe you need to open up your compass a little bit and try it again. Now, this is a point. The intersections create a point. You're going to draw your next segment in from C down to this new point. And this is your first altitude. All right, so again, let's read the directions. Let K be the point where the altitude from C intersects AB. So this, let's label it as K. All right, now we're going to have to do the same thing. Let's rotate your paper. Now I've used this triangle many times, and I know when I make my next little smiley face thing, it's not going to fit on this segment. Okay, so what I need to do, and you wouldn't necessarily know this if you were just doing this for the first time, we need to extend this line out. So line up your ruler or straight edge, and I'm going to extend this line out. Okay, and I'll show you why. Now this one is quite the reach. Open up your compass quite a bit. Remember, it has to be open more than what the length of the altitude would be, so this is good. When I draw in my arc, or the little smiley face thing, see, if I hadn't extended it, this would not have intersect. So now I have a nice intersection. I have a nice intersection. Now I'm going to close my compass up a little bit. I'm going to put my pointer back on one of the intersections and make an arc here in the middle. Keep the same setting, make an arc here, and they should cross. Now, at this intersection, you're going to draw a line back way up to A, and this is the altitude. All right, let's read the directions again. Let L be the point where the altitude from A intersects BC. So this is point L. All right, you guys could probably guess what's going to happen. We're going to rotate it and do the same thing again, but this time from B. And again, I'm just going to warn you, we will have to extend this line out of AC. So get your straight edge. If I can get... Now, I always recommend you put something underneath your paper so your pointer has something to dig into, and that was kind of messing me up here. All right, so I had to get my bearings again. Okay, so I extended my line out. Now I'm going to put my pointer on B. This is not opened enough, right? Because I need to make sure this is opened up longer than what the altitude would be. Now, you could definitely make yours a little bigger than that if you like. It does not have to go through this intersection point. You just need two distinct intersections. And actually, I think it intersects more like there. All right, so I'm going to close my compass up so it stays on the paper. I'm going to make my two little arcs that should intersect. And it's kind of hard to see, but it does intersect right here. And I'm going to draw that point back to B. All right, directions. The altitude from B. All right, so this is point M. So find your point and label it M. Now, here's the tricky part. Where all three of those lines that you just drew, they should intersect. Mine do. They intersect right here. This is called your orthocenter. It's just a fancy name for saying the place where all the altitudes meet. We're going to call this point P. All right, so that is it for step 2. And I'll make a video for the next step if you need more help.